just rolling up. Hey, this is Jim the Keys Bartender coming to you from Blackwater Siren for the Keys Bartender Show. It is a beautiful day. It's post St. Patrick's Day. I'm here with Bill Wissinger, and it just looks like Luke just rolled up, and this episode is called Where's Luke? And he just comes rolling up with his dog. What's the dog's name?
T-Bone.
T-Bone. T-Bone's here. There's Luke. Man, looking like a wizard, like he always does. Looks like he's having a good day. He's all relaxed.
I bet he's relaxed.
Yep. It's a little windy out here.
Yeah, a little choppy on the bay side.
Yeah, it's beautiful though. It kind of settles down the heat. I think we were supposed to be in the mid 80s today.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be hot as hell today, but yeah, that breeze makes it bearable.
Oh, it's beautiful out here. Bill and I are having cigars. Luke just came walking in with his dog T-Bone.
T-Bone got to say hi to everybody.
Yeah. But
you better pet his butt.
What?
He's wiggling it at you.
Bill, there's many a time that when I'm just whiling away the hours, I think, where the hell's Luke and what is he doing? What in the hell could this guy be doing? He's wearing his Ray-Bans.
No telling.
He has his hat on backwards. We're going to have to take a picture and post that with the episode when we're done at the end of it.
No, those are flying fishermen's, man.
They look like Ray-Bans. To everyone, to the uneducated or uninformed.
Only reason I know that a buddy of ours is sponsored by Flying Fishermen, so we get all the good Flying Fishermen sunglasses.
Okay. And there he is, man. He looks like he's in rare form today. He doesn't seem to be. He's all relaxed and all that stuff.
There you go.
Carefree.
I'm terribly relaxed today, man. It's just gorgeous. The wind's blowing just right, and everything's looking good.
Mm-hmm. In the bar business, at least from my point of view, this past weekend was hectic. It was St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day fell on a Saturday, and I work a double on Friday, and then I have my other businesses I do. The Keys. I'm a spin instructor. I don't rent babies. Keys babies.
Baby furniture.
Rentals do not rent babies. We rent baby equipment to vacationers. And we have, I'm a spin instructor and a wedding officiant and a podcaster. And that's about it. And I guess everyone else has. Hey, there's Luke coming
What's
in.
What's up, Luke?
Luke and T-Bone. Two of my favorite people coming in. Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Luke, we were just talking about how St. Patrick.
I had an idea and forgot all about it.
You had an idea and forgot about?
That happens all the time to me.
Well, Luke, it'll come back to you, I imagine.
Well, I already know what it is, but I didn't realize I forgot until I sat down.
Okay, that's a conundrum I cannot address right at this moment.
There you go. Hey, Bone, what you up?
Conundrums.
Hey, Bone, what's up, bud?
What is your idea? Let's hear it. You just remembered.
No, I have a little tiny fucking stand, man. It would be perfect. For
there you go.
this, so I wouldn't have to sit here.
I
Is
actually
that
have
too much of a weight to hold?
Well, it's
who's got a
just
wiggly
like if
butt?
I wanted to eat wings or something, now
who's
I
got a
got
wiggly
goo
butt?
and shit. See, so I could have like a stand here and not have to worry about.
You're bringing your own microphone if you're eating wings.
We were ready to post the episode, and we were just freewheeling today. It's one of the days I did not write up a script because I don't like to do it all the time, come up with ideas. And one of the listeners came up and said, "Where's Luke?" And I looked at Bill. And Bill was asking me right previously to that, what's the title? And I go, "That's the title."
Where's Luke?
And then you come rolling up in your van. You know what, Luke? Remember, most of the things I say is complimentary to you. So when you think I said something like that question I asked Geraldine the last time about performance, it wasn't when I talk about performance of guys down here. You thought I was talking about performers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't asking about performers. And I was asked about the performance of the guy she's been with. I imagine you were. I mean, you could have been. You're a good-looking guy. Bill's a good-looking guy. You could have been. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
I'm old and married, man. There is no chance.
Exactly.
I know. Well, Geraldine's certainly attractive. So you can't have a problem with that, right? Can I ask you about that? What is your
Love
let's
all
say-
women, man.
You
What
do?
are you talking about?
Love all women,
All
Bill?
women. All women are fantastic.
Yeah, especially ones that don't talk to you.
That's your
Oh.
criteria for liking women, whether they talk to you or not.
Oh man, you see these really beautiful little spring girls,
Spring break, you meant.
spring breaker girls, man, and then they start to talk, and it's like, holy
Oh,
shit,
there goes. Whole deal's
Man.
gone right now.
man, that'd take all the lead out of your pencil.
There you
I don't really
go.
have a problem with that. I don't fantasize about younger girls. I had this thing about
What's the old line? It's easy to get the 21-year-old to come home with you. It's damn near impossible to get her to leave afterwards.
Yeah,
What are we doing today? I don't know. I'm going to go take a shower and take a nap. You're going to leave.
oh the
really,
girls I
in
grew
all
up-
reality. When did we have that last problem? Any of us have that problem?
Probably
21
about 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. You?
What was the problem?
That having a 21-year-old girl leave your house?
Oh, that wouldn't leave.
Yeah. How long
Well-
ago was that a problem?
See where I was hanging out at.
Okay, this is a
The
roundabout
girls,
answer.
when you opened up the car door and the light came on, they knew it was time for them to leave.
Oh, so that was
when
your
it-
action right there?
Yeah, when the
all in
dome
car?
light comes on in the truck, it's time for her to go home.
Oh, you were living in your truck?
Well, I was just, that is time to change trucks.
Oh, okay. I got it. Well, for me, it would have been at least 25 years ago. And, I mean, if I was good to be completely accurate. But we were talking about this past weekend. And
I've
it's St.
actually had
Patrick's Day.
girls flirt with me that are younger
Well, I'm not suggesting they do. Oh, I'm not
because they
suggesting.
know it's a safe flirt.
This is where you're.
Exactly.
you know?
Oh, well, now you're reading into it.
No.
Now you're reading into it.
No,
you
they'll come up,
you
joke
cannot
around.
know what's in a person's mind. She could actually have. You never have an idea. If she looks at someone, they look at this. They may like Sons of Anarchy and shit like that, and they look at you and they get all turned on and shit like that. You don't know what's in their mind. You have no idea. I realize that now.
Yes, but I know what's in their heart.
You know what's in their heart.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So we were talking about St. Patrick. Going back to you, he's good at derailing the conversation.
Yeah, always.
St. Patrick's Day weekend. Let's do a recap. We'll start.
I
can
did
we
a
start?
double on St. Patty's Day.
Okay, we're going to start with
You're
we're gonna-
covering my ass.
That's up.
I was up in some yacht club up in Lauderdale doing a show.
You were up there on Saturday. What?
Yep.
Did they even have green beer at the yacht
Oh
club?
hell no.
Green
I was
beer
gonna-
is just total bullshit.
I
It
mean, it's
flattens it
just
out.
nasty.
Yeah.
And when it's all foamy,
Yep,
when
yeah.
you
It's
first
foamy
opened
green
the
beer.
keg, it was
I'm
really-
Irish, but green beer, they don't drink green beer in Ireland.
No. They
No,
drink
they don't. They only do that in the United States, that shit. And they died at what, the Chicago River Green?
Chicago River Green.
Yeah. So,
Of course,
No
there's probably
shit.
more Irish live in Chicago
Bill,
than
we're
going to
get back to that.
in-
What
in
your
Ireland.
gig in Fort Lauderdale?
Yep.
Anything eventful, interesting? Tell me.
No.
Come on.
No. Standard play 3 sets, run some break music, break my shit down, drive home.
That's it.
That's it.
That's your recap. Okay,
That's
Luke.
pretty much my
Can you
recap.
recall anything from St. Patrick's Day? You
I
woke up.
did my first gig and drank some beer, smoked some weed. Then I ate some food,
That's it. Nothing.
and then I
nothing
kicked back
interesting?
for a minute. Then I drank some more beer and smoked some more weed, and then I went and did my nighttime gig. And after which, instead of going straight home, I ended up at the fucking club. Wait, no, that was Friday night.
Oh, you missed. You didn't even get to St.
Oh,
Patrick's
shit.
Day yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, wait. That was Friday before St. Patrick's Day.
No, he played a double on Saturday.
Okay, so
Like I
what
said, because he
happened
covered one
Well,
of
I did a
mine.
double Saturday and a double
Were
Sunday.
you in a parade?
No,
No,
man,
hell
I don't
no.
wake up early enough to be in a parade. They do that shit at 8:00 in the morning before there's any drunks on the road.
Well, they are the drunks on the road at that
Yeah.
time.
You could be something. You could do something. They could definitely suit you up in something.
No, I prefer to be in bed.
An Irish druid, one of those Celtic druids.
Not unless they got a bed on the float.
That'd be awesome. How about if would you be interested in playing the Ghost of Christmas Present? No, I'm thinking that. I saw that. If we put you in a big regal robe, a purple robe, with a big chalice and a big blunt in your hand. A big blunt, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I could definitely play that cherub-looking fucking guy. Well, he didn't have a beard.
No, he wasn't. You had a beard. No, the beard works, yeah. In Scrooge, he was. And not Scrooge. In the musical Scrooge, he had a big beard. He had rosy cheeks. He was very cheerful. He was fun.
Didn't Bill Murray play the Ghost of Christmas Past?
No, he was in Scrooged.
He was in Scrooged.
He was Ebenezer.
He was
Scrooge.
Ebenezer. Okay.
He was the character Ebenezer Scrooge. They changed the name.
Yeah,
but,
he was.
No, the Ghost of Christmas Past in the musical Scrooge, the English one.
TV
they did a
executive.
movie one, and it was a musical. And the Ghost of Christmas Present was a party guy. And the Ghost of Christmas
There you
Present
go.
was all about having a good time and wishing good cheer to people. Luke, that's all about
Woo!
you. You're all about good cheer. The guy, there was nothing negative about this guy. The guy was big. He had a big robe. I mean, he was just lived 1 year. He only lived 1 year because he said, how many brothers do you have? He said he had over 1,800 brothers. So each Christmas day he had it. But he had this big robe, a big chalice full of wine, which could be beer.
Could
be better if it
Beer,
was
and
beer.
it could be beer, and it could be a big blunt, too. I mean, I'm sure Snoop Dogg did something like that. But you could be like a variant of that.
Actually, best thing Snoop Dogg's done recently is. Do you
Crypt.
remember hearing Jamie Johnson, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, and Snoop Dogg doing "Roll Me Up and Smoke Me"?
Oh, really?
What,
Oh.
the John Prine song?
Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Oh, it's
And Snoop
funny
Dogg
as
did it
hell.
too?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg did too. I would love.
You know that guy? I swear to God, he opened up with Martha Stewart. He doesn't see a barrier working with anybody.
I would have loved to been in the studio for
I
that.
love that stuff.
Oh my
You know?
God, T-Bone's
Why
having,
limit your
having a please pet
opportunities?
me.
Yeah, that is right. I love that stuff where someone says, you know what, I'll work with anybody. And Snoop Dogg is one of those guys. I mean, except probably wouldn't work with a white supremacist, but I won't. I wait and hold my breath on that one.
I
You
don't
never
know, man.
You know. But St. Patrick's Day. So the way I view it as a bartender, this is my point of view.
It was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful.
I totally didn't mind standing outside and watching manatees swim in the canal and playing
There you
music
go.
for a bunch of really easily entertained people.
I love that gig, man.
Yeah.
I do too.
Everybody's mellow. The kickback is like, hey, play what you don't get tons of requests. You get, hey, play what you want to play. You're doing great. Thanks.
Yep.
You want a beer?
So St. Patrick's Day, you got that. The way I view it, when it falls on a Saturday, people are up
Yeah, I
and
know.
at 'em
It's
at
amateur
11.
hour.
But they're up and at 'em at 10 a.m. Some of the gung ho people.
Well, the club, regardless
No, on a
of what
weekday
day it
would-
is, they celebrate it on Saturday.
No, but it's
It's
Saturday.
always
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday is an earlier start. It's a much earlier start for a bigger group of people. It's just the dynamics of it. So I come rolling in at 4 o'clock, and I'm thinking, well, we're not going to have much people. I forget we're living on the water here, and there's people out there fishing, like always. And they come in at 5 o'clock. They come in rolling home. They fillet their fish or do whatever they're doing, come in, get off the water, get cleaned up, and they start coming out at 7 o'clock. So St. Patrick's Day on Saturday in the city, you got people, they're raring to go. They're done at 5, 6 o'clock.
The day drinkers, man. I like day drinking
That-
sometimes.
that's my favorite time to
It's
drink.
great. You can see everything. Your eyes are open. You got plenty of light.
I have to wear shades, man.
Future's so bright.
You
got
gotta
to
wear
wear
shades.
shades.
Yeah.
I got Cody laugh like hell. The guitar young guitar player singer I'm working with. He laughed like hell. He was convinced that all I did all day long was drink every day.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
He doesn't. Well, he doesn't know you like I know you, man.
Well,
You're an ambitious fellow.
dude. Happy hour starts at 3:30, 3 o'clock.
You know, Bill. Whatever
By
you
the time
say and shit like that, work comes before drinking. you got to set up your shit before you have a beer sometimes.
Yeah, well, I always set up my shit
Yeah, I
before I
know.
have a
You
beer.
don't. You don't start drinking before you set.
Otherwise, they get confused about which plug goes where and all the wires, and it all starts
Yeah.
looking like black
Yeah,
spaghetti.
folks. So don't get all confused with Bill. You may get this idea of keys people and stuff like that. He's all business until everything's set up, and then
But,
you can start
yeah,
drinking beer.
Setup happens early, but no, if I'm not
Yeah.
working, happy hour starts at 3. Dude, I want to be at home in bed, getting ready to go to bed by 8 o'clock if I don't have a gig.
I generally, whenever I wake up, I have a beer just because I fucking like a beer for breakfast. You know.
I like beer. Makes me a jolly good fellow.
Okay, well, since
I like
we don't
beer.
have a good
I
St.
always
Patrick's
hate
Day story,
opening
can I
night.
tell you one of mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's McGann's Bar in Philadelphia, Common and Cottage. And I show up. It's a work day.
So, do you like corned beef and cabbage?
No, we don't
We
eat.
skipped corned beef and
You
cabbage.
You skipped it. If you're out serious drinking, you had something, maybe.
I like
See?
corned beef, man. I can't stand cabbage, man.
You know?
I like cabbage, but it's a little gassy.
Oh yeah. It's
All you
just-
have to do is take a little vinegar. That cuts it down, man.
I can drink a lot of vinegar and it's still pretty damn gassy.
Oh, I would do vinegar or Beano or something like that. You're fine.
Trust me.
What happened?
I eat a bunch of cabbage. I'm sleeping on the couch that night. Sandy's not going to let me in bed.
Well, did I tell the story about you finding me after at St. Patrick's Day?
Well, go ahead. Tell your story.
Okay. No,
I was just thinking of in Boston or in Philadelphia or wherever like that y'all would have like corned beef and cabbage and shit.
They do have it. They didn't have it at this place. So one night, I don't know. I'm going to make an amalgam because I don't think it happened all at the same time. But it's after closing. They closed the bar. They closed the bar, and
Stella.
they closed the bar at 2 o'clock. An Irish trio or quartet walks in. John, my buddy, John McGean, one of the co-owners, or Pat, says, guys, yeah, you can come in and have a drink with us, but just do us a favor. It's after midnight. We had enough of the Irish songs. So just drink your beer, and that's fine. No singing, no Irish songs. So I think I hooked up with this. They had it was a tiny little basement bar, but they opened it up. They bought the row home next to them, and they opened up the basement next to them, and they made it bigger. And I'll tell you, capacity wise, that bar. You see all the people here, they could fit 100 people in that bar in a space the size of where the Tiki Bar is right here. 100 people all the time, just full. Square footage, one of the highest earning bars you ever want to see. So we're in there, the quartet's in there, and all of a sudden, John or Pat walk in the bathroom. They come out, and the guy breaks into Danny Boy, and he starts thinking Danny Boy. And John reaches in the till and goes, or Pat, and goes, here's your fucking money. I told you, no more Irish tunes. Get the fuck out. Okay. That was St. Patrick's Day, beginning and end. They had a DJ in a tiny closet, utility closet. It must have been by 2.5 by 2.5 feet. And it was Kara. I remember the girl's name was Kara, and she was DJing. I met her. I went out. I dated her for a while. I met her on St. Patrick's Day. And I'll say this. For me, St. Patrick's Day was a really great time to meet women, especially if you're a guy named James Peter Patrick Horan III. Because I'm like a leprechaun, you find, without the fucking pot of gold. I have nothing. But it was a good time. Every St. Patrick's Day. One St. Patrick's Day, I had to go and walk around concentric circles around the block looking for my car the next day. Kept looking around. I swear to God, I must have walked like 5 miles.
I always managed to score on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Christmas is hard, man. But St. Patrick's Day, there is no religious connotations to that one. I mean, it's a patron saint.
Well,
the patron
see,
saint of Ireland.
everybody else is out partying, and people get too drunk, and it's harder to score sometimes, you know. When it's
how about
that
Valentine's
busy.
Day?
So when you're at the bar on Thanksgiving or Christmas night, or even Christmas Eve night, there's hardly anybody in there, man, and the only girls in there needing to hook up.
How about
Looking to not be lonely, man.
how about Valentine's Day? You ever hook up on Valentine's Day? Can you say that? I know. I can't say. I don't want to say the woman's name. She's a doctor now in Philadelphia. I think she got in trouble with her community association one time because of something with her social club at the pool. They invited inner city school kids to use their pool, and then they kind of kicked them out. Oh no! But when I met her, she's a beautiful girl. I met her on Valentine's Day. Her father was a professional basketball player back in the 60s.
Back for the 76ers?
Mm-hmm. A Polish guy to play. And then he ended up winding, I'm not going to say the girl's name, but he wound up owning a savings and loan.
There you go. Well, that's a jump. I'm going to go from basketball to, I guess if you're a professional basketball player.
And stuff like that, and maybe a real estate company. But we hooked up on Valentine's Day.
Oh, there you go.
Valentine's Day is a tricky thing, but you meet someone on Valentine's Day, you don't have to. If you don't stay to the next Valentine's Day, you miss the anniversary.
There you go. Everything.
And you don't have everything.
Well, I think
it
I
only lasted
have
like 2
switched dates on a Valentine's Day before. Yeah, I traded one for another because
They should make Valentine's Day like Easter.
I think
Where
it
it's a
should make it
movable
like
date.
Yeah.
So they keep you on your toes.
What's that fucking ignorant game they make you do when you're a kid at the fucking church and they're going to give a cake away and you walk around and they keep taking chairs away?
Musical chairs.
Yeah, duck, goose, but
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs, yeah.
And that was on Valentine's Day?
Well, you're looking for musical dates? Well, hell, go down to Almirada Dam. Half that town swings.
No, I was just saying, I
that the
just
deal?
always hated that.
Seems to be to me.
Amarada's a swinging town? You know what? I don't get the
Especially,
code
man.
words for that,
No.
Yeah, I don't either until you show up at somebody's house and there's a bunch of people walking around naked. You're like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm going to have a beer and
Oh,
leave.
you've done that?
Oh, yeah. Walking in fat, dumb, and happy.
Really?
So-
Were there? Wait. There's some people. Okay, when you got a group of people walking around naked, is there? This is where I get.
These
in trouble
were not
sometimes. You
nudists.
thought it when I was asking about performance and people. I'm not talking about performers.
Yeah,
Can you
these were
see
not
discernible
nudists.
difference from high quality and low quality naked?
Well, see,
Oh,
the
yeah,
nude
fuck
beach
yeah.
thing, man, the nude beach etiquette
Yeah?
is
Yeah, I ain't walking around
everybody's
naked.
invited.
No. I'm talking about with the women.
I used to walk
Oh,
around
yeah.
naked
There's
all
a whole
the
bunch of them
time.
that shouldn't be walking around naked either.
And there's some that are.
Yeah, I know. God,
We used to
damn.
play
Well, how
nude
does that work?
volleyball.
What? Who pays attention? Who pays attention to the? I mean, how's that fair? See, the naked thing.
No, go
It,
down.
it immediately unveils the haves and
Seriously.
have-nots.
Go up to the Garden Eaton down
Oh, I know that
in
one.
Key West.
I've been there.
Dude,
You see old balls and
anybody
old boobies.
who is
and-
naked up there probably shouldn't be naked.
oh my God! Yeah, I sat up there.
Just because the freaks always want to get naked
Dude,
first,
like I said,
man.
20 years ago, I had no problem, man. I popped my clothes off and be sitting here, no
Oh,
problem.
you were skinny.
Yeah, I was skinny. I didn't have.
You're
I
the one of the
didn't-
skinny guys. Oh,
I didn't have a-
Louis C.K. used to go, "Hey, I'm skinny guys. You just show up with their jeans and a t-shirt, kind of scratching and stuff. Hey, I'm here for the free pussy."
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like that.
I was a tall, athletic, skinny guy. I had no problem being naked. Now I'm a fat old musician. It's not quite the same.
You know what? Everyone's situation kind of changes. So, I mean,
I'm walking around Key West going, look, I'm not going to get naked. You shouldn't be either.
I always worried about my clothes. I don't have a problem necessarily being naked. I have a problem with my clothes being taken away from me, and I have no.
What are you doing, Bone?
Me,
Yeah.
I like to be somewhere like the fucking beach if I'm
It
going
is
to be
Marcy.
naked, or by a
Is Marcy over? Marcy's
or
walking.
by a
in.
lake or something, man. I like being naked in the woods. There's
There you
some,
go.
just,
What
being
if you
naked,
had a deer
being,
kick latch on your balls?
Well, being naked in fucking
What if you
public.
got
and-
Lyme
and-
disease on your balls?
Well, what happens if you sit and fucking goddamn pelican shit, man, at the fucking.
You just
Yeah,
get
you know,
pelican shit on.
everybody wants to
Hey,
be-
Marcy.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
there's
this weird
Jerlyn.
stuff.
Jerlyn.
Everybody wants to be naked at the beach, dude. Last time I was naked at the beach, I got sand in places I didn't even know I had.
Well, see, the thing is, it's easy to wash out.
It is.
Yeah.
It's when you're
No, but
wearing
pelican shit you can get off.
But pelican shit, man, it has like
Lyme
Germans
disease.
in and
Lyme
stuff,
disease,
you know.
you know.
And all these other people.
Let me
sitting
go
around
round
with
up,
their buttholes on
round
the
up a
chair.
mystery
I don't want
guest.
my butthole touching where
Yeah?
somebody else's
Come on
butthole
over
just
here.
was. You
That's
know.
nice. Oh, she. Okay. Yo,
Jerry Lynn lived on my dock for a while, so T-Bone's very attached to her.
let's make a reference to the last time Jerry Lynn was on the show. I made a reference asking her a question, and Luke took offense to it, thought it was inappropriate. But Luke thought the question was, I asked Jerry Lynn, how are the performances of the guys down here? And you know what? Appropriately so, you thought I meant musical.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I didn't. I didn't mean musical. I meant intimate. And you know what? That didn't involve you there. But yeah, I would never do that. Well, I would do that. Because I know the answer when it comes to you and Bill.
I don't know. It depends on
The
how
answer is
drunk
good.
everybody is.
The
Sometimes.
answer's good, Luke. No. Well, you can't take
You,
positive.
you have
can't
obviously-
take a positive assessment.
You've obviously
I said,
missed the
I
1
work
o'clock.
with Bill and Luke, and they come in. They get the crowd involved. They love them. They're such a homey atmosphere. They're very warm and congenial. You come down here, you come and see when Bill's playing with the Key Bellies and Cody or Luke's by himself. They're interacting with the crowd. They love these guys. There's no one walks out because of these guys. They come and stay. They don't even know
Mormons.
sometimes they're here to eat. And they come walking in. They go, oh, my God, there's a band here. And they come in afterwards and stay.
Then sometimes they get up and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And look at me.
See, I
like,
don't see
in
that. You
disgust.
got to see it from my point of view.
Depends on what song you.
You got to see it from my point of view. There's people that would have done that anyway.
We
They don't want to see. They just want to have a drink and stuff like that.
we roll
But I
through
have
the
to say-
cocaine set, and that oh my God, that they get some people uptight.
Okay, well, then fuck them.
It's like the Jesus song that gets
I
some
love the
people
Jesus.
uptight.
That's a great song. Jesus. She left me for Jesus.
Yeah.
He left me.
I have to do a whole fucking what do you call that?
Yeah,
disclaimer.
Yeah, at the beginning of that song.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
you just
man.
say, hey, man,
And
I met a Mexican guy to cut my lawn.
No, I
You can say that right at the end. It'd be funny. I'm just throw that in, Luke. It's another. You have a double meaning. You could mean it two different ways. Meaning, you could the first way, religious. Second way, ethnic. What do you think?
Now you can piss off everybody. Now you can piss off the religious.
I told you
people
about that
and the
thing.
Mexicans.
I told you about that billboard.
actually it's Catholics that get pissed off the most.
Oh.
I'm Catholic.
Every
Oh, Catholic.
sperm
Oh, I'm
is
Catholic.
sacred. Every sperm
Oh, that's the
is
Protestants.
grand.
I'm Catholic.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, they can't use condoms.
Can use
Yeah,
condoms.
yeah,
No
no,
French
Protestant-
ticklers. No studded. That's
How-
one of the best Monty
How
Python
often
sketches
am I offended,
ever.
Luke, by your stuff you say?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know.
No,
if
I'm
I
never
don't know if
offended.
we've ever offended Jim.
You never offended me. You guys are not. There's no mean spirited thought in your whole body.
Yeah, I'm pretty hard to get
Are you,
offended.
Bill?
About the only way you get offended is if you start fucking with my wife. That's how you get me
No,
offended.
well, if you're mean spirited, you're mean spirited. There's no mean spirit right here. But okay, my dad told me this thing. He's driving down the road. This guy's driving down the road, and he sees, you're having trouble, you're having a hard time, you need help. Call. Let Jesus help you. So this person's driving the road. They see this stuff, and they say, "Oh my God, you know what? I'm having a very tough time. I think I'll call and see what the deal is." The person calls up and tells them what their problem
Need
is.
help. Call Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, and he called up.
And,
he
the next
called up.
thing you know, he's over there with his.
No.
Leaf
So this
blower.
Mexican guy shows up with his lawnmower at his house.
There you go.
Well, down here in our neighborhoods, it's mostly leaf blowers.
Yeah.
God
I hate leaf
damn,
blowers.
I
You're just
fucking
blowing
hate that.
shit in other people's yards.
Man, all you're doing is, and down here you're not blowing leaves. You're blowing coral dust.
Yeah.
You're covering my van in white dust.
And
That's
you're
all they're
making me
doing when they're
breathe
blowing off the
shit.
thing. It's not really doing anything.
And
You're not doing anything cosmetically.
in my neighborhood, you'll have 5 lawn services show up and start You got 15 of them fuckers going, and it's big property, so they're there for like 4 hours.
Yep.
And it's got to be a Sunday morning when you're hungover as shit.
Man, and the motherfuckers next door were working on a roof Sunday morning.
Okay,
man.
let's take a long view,
man.
guys. Let's take a view of
And they
people that
go on
want
a
to come
break
down
and they
here.
set out back and fish on
People
the
that
dock
might
for
want
2
to come
hours.
down here. We're in the middle of season, and I was just telling Bill beforehand, I'm getting a lot of calls for my my business, my side business, Keys Baby
I
Rentals.
know, man. You were renting the hell out of babies.
I am renting a lot of babies. No, what I do is I rent baby equipment.
He does not
to
rent
vacation.
babies,
I do
really.
not rent babies. You cannot rent a baby because people don't take care of rental items, but they do take care of lease items. So you can lease a baby because you have some financial recourse that you can take when someone doesn't take care of their baby.
Why are you freaking out?
You know? So I'm getting calls all the time and stuff like that. And, oh, man, you got to get in these properties. What?
Go ahead. I got a good one for you.
No, but I'm getting baby equipment and stuff like that. I'm working with my partner and stuff like that. I hope to expand. I have a
But people
competitor.
that
I
have
a
babies
competitor
are a
in
pain in the
marathon.
balls.
I have a competitor in marathon.
Do you?
And they chose to take a name that was kind of artistic.
Rubber
which is
baby
not
baby
very-
bumpers.
Very close. Very close. Doesn't really tell you what to do. Now, I'm hoping that if someone's responsible enough to have a baby, they understand when they see the name Keys Baby Rentals that we don't rent babies. We're going to be renting baby equipment. And they see that, and that's it. That's the reason why I chose.
Because the
That's-
buggies
is that
down
the way
here
to
come
choose?
with a beer holder, right?
There you go.
There's our friends here.
You guys
Take
have
care.
a good night.
They're from the
Fantastic
Jersey
seeing you.
Shore. Oh, and that's a sad thing, isn't it?
Oh,
Bye,
he
Doug.
is. I
Take care. I'll see you.
got-
Remember, Friday
the
I'm there.
Wildwood City
On
Fire
Wednesday
Department
and
shirt on
Friday
there.
day. I'll see you. We'll make sure that we have. You like
Spend a bunch
we
of time
have
up in
the
Brielle.
what's that?
We spend a bunch of time up in
Oh,
Brielle.
life is
Damn.
crap. Out of wine.
Way up.
I like it. I like it, Doug.
Bunch of straper, flounder, fluke.
All our friends are leaving here. Yeah, yeah.
Bye, Mom.
They're
Bye,
going
Dad.
up. They're going up to the. We're going up to casinos.
No casino tonight.
Oh, dinner. Happy hour. All right,
This-
where are we
This
going?
was pre-happy hour.
Okay.
There you go. Yep.
Thursday night
Key Billy's.
over the catch.
Catch.
Oh, okay. Well, we might
It
end
is-
up
it's-
there
it's
on
Luke's
a Saturday
weekend.
sometime.
I'm there this Saturday.
He is.
We might be doing our show there earlier before then. I'll talk to Mark.
That's way too early.
What do you mean?
Dude, he starts
Y'all
at
be
fucking
safe.
1.
We could do it. Can't we? No.
Yeah, we could do it.
We might do a Saturday show.
We
Who
can do a
knows?
Saturday show. We
It's
can do a
beautiful.
Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's the Keys life down here.
Hey, Bill, Luke, how y'all doing?
Well, let's see. That depends. Let's see. I'm playing at.
You got a three.
I'm playing at the OV with Alan. Fuck. See, that could be
yeah,
that
you're
could
gonna
be a
wiped
shit
out by
show
the ti-
too.
Dude, I can't.
Alan
hate-
Truesdale.
I
Yeah.
love playing with Alan, but man, dude, that's such a long drive back from the OV. Oh,
Yeah,
there's no
half
way-
the time I have to drive.
when I
For
close-
any of you folks down here, just to get, if
Alan
you
and
haven't
I
been down to
ride
Keys
back
yet,
and forth.
if you haven't been down to Keys, it's all north and south.
there's
It's all
one
north and
road.
south.
road.
There is no. It's not a circular thing where you're in. Like you're near. Let's say Savannah, Georgia, and you can go and hit places. Go 2-3
You can hit
miles
back
and hit
roads
all the
'cause
big
there-
ass places. Down here, you
there
got to
are no
go
back
to
roads.
play
There
the
is
big. There's no back
one
roads.
road.
There's north and south, and you got to. If you're going to get gigs, you got to travel up that road. And when there's an accident, you're going to spend a couple hours. Now we're
Or a
making
big
a
event.
distraction, but it's fun. What you do is you come down here, you hang at one place.
No, you can be up around. Just be prepared. The problem is we got to keep a schedule. We got to be at this place at this time, and we got to be at this place at this time. If there's an accident,
But be
dude,
ready. Be ready to alternate your plans. You have
no,
a backup plan.
No, if you're playing, you just got to call. It's like, look, I'm stuck in traffic.
No, when
I'll
I'm
be
just
there.
saying, if you
But if you're down
if
here,
there's
on
an
vaca-
accident, you stay at the Blackwater Siren.
Yeah, if you're down here on vacation, and this happened to us on Sunday. We had some friends come by. We were playing Sunday. up in down in South Key Largo, and they were heading down to Key West. They stopped by and said, "Hey, we're going to catch a set." They caught half set, then they were going to go down to Key West. Yep. There was an accident down 10 miles south. They just turned around, came back, and spent the day with us.
That boat. It's like 12 people on it.
Yep.
Overloaded boat.
They just came and spent the day with us because there's no point in trying to fight the traffic. Kick back, relax, have
There's
beer
the thing
too.
I have to, we're segueing off of this. If you are getting on a boat, make sure you have life preservers for the amount of people. Make sure the person that's driving the boat is somewhat sober, if not sober. I mean, we see boats that are overloaded, and it's a disaster could happen quickly.
Yeah, but a lot of those boats just left 90 miles south.
Oh no, we're talking. I'm not talking about when you get like
Sometimes it looks similar.
a pickup truck with a bunch of styrofoam wrapped around it, coming from Cuba, or a rental boat where people just rent a boat, get 6 people on it, and then add 12 more people.
There you go. Anyway, I got some trivia for you.
Well,
How long do you think it takes to change a headlight on a 2006 Cadillac?
2 hours.
It takes 4 hours.
4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Why?
You got
Why
to
is
take
that?
the whole damn bumper off.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can't get to the screws.
No, you got to take the whole damn bumper off so you can take the headlight off so you can get to the 4 screws in the back.
Is that Sandy's car?
Yes, that's Sandy's new car.
Oh, shit. You know what?
If I'd known that, I wouldn't have bought the goddamn thing for it.
Do they do that on purpose?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
or
Fuck
is
yeah,
it-
they do.
Yeah,
They probably have a special fucking tool that only the dealership has.
No,
I've been
I was
called a
talking.
special
I
fucking tool
called a buddy
before.
up there, and he said, "No, man, you got to take the bumper cover off."
Damn it, man. Well, see, they get the charge by the hour.
Dude, well, originally I went to Wheaton's to ask how much would it be to change.
Oh, well, that's not trash.
No, I'm not trashing Wheaton's. I
Okay.
asked him how much it would be to change the headlight bulbs. He goes, $400. I'm going
Holy shit.
$400 fucking dollars for a headlight bulb. He's going, look it up. It's a 4 hour. The book job is 4
I
hours.
know. It used to be whenever any car in the pre-1985 or whenever any car, you could do it yourself. No problem. You go to up where I'm from. It's called Pep Boys.
Yeah.
And you go to Pep Boys. You go to get the thing. You throw and change it out.
Yeah, we
you
got
can
the
change a
Navico.
bumper if you have to.
Every
No problem.
weekend, everybody brought their cars over to my dad, over to my house.
Brought my
and
cars
my dad,
Paul to fix.
and they hung out, and my dad would fix their cars and change oil, and they'd all hang out and bullshit. And
You know, I have a 2000.
and I learned all the nomenclature for shit, but
I have a 2012 Equinox, and I had to change.
what's an Equinox?
An
man?
Equinox Chevy.
Oh,
It's like it's a small SUV.
it's like an asshole van.
No, it's an.
That's what I have. I have an asshole van.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it's not a van. I had an asshole van before. Remember, I had that light blue one, that delivery for the keys one.
No.
Oh, it was beautiful, man. This guy put this body, did this paint all over it, light blue, and everyone knew it. They'd seen it. They saw the keys, delivery for the keys. Fortunately, that didn't work out because that would have sucked if it worked out. Because that wasn't the business to be in. Baby rentals is the business to be in. I
Man,
worked
you
in
know
it
what,
again.
man? Parents are the most fucking picky, cantankerous, bitchy motherfuckers. They're in a bad mood because their kids are aggravating them.
I do. They're happy
And-
when you show up. They're happy when you show up with their shit that they didn't have to carry on the plane. They're happy. They're happy. You got a crib. You're going to bring it. What are you going to do? Bring it on the plane? Pack and play? You got to pay more
I think
for
they
luggage.
should. I think they should stick babies in the overhead bin anyway.
Oh, like that. Oh, fuck. Like that.
Hey, if it's
$4
good enough
dog?
for if it's good enough for a dog, it's too good for a baby.
Ah, Luke. Well, luckily, we probably don't have a big following of people with young babies.
Probably not.
So that's all right. See, like, it's very hard for me to get offended. Oh,
No,
look, son.
I just every time I see people with kids, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm so happy that
Yeah.
ain't me. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, Bill, can? Yeah. Could hey.
It looked like you were doing pretty good last time.
Yeah, I know I was, but
at least they ain't drinking fucking wine, man.
you have a problem with me fucking drinking wine?
Just wine is just so. Yeah, it's just wine is just
hey,
so
you know, you
foo
heard that
foo,
story
man.
about me last week, right?
Which story was it?
The one where brought the guy back from the hotel. He walked out on a bill.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, some guy. He came in, had a drink. His before his wife had a drink, she went in and puked in the bathroom. I went in and cleaned up. I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Yeah.
And then I'm not talking to him because he didn't really help out. He took his wife back to the hotel, came back, had 2 beers, ate dinner. And then I find out from Peter, one of the chefs I work with, that he left without paying his check. And supposedly there was a group of people that saw me walk across the street. I walked over to the hotel, and I asked the person who was at the desk. I gave him some little information about what I knew about this person, and I said, this person's from this state. That's his first name. They gave me this. And then they called up the room. And they gave me the phone. And I said, this is Jim from the whatever. And I said, you left without paying your check. And the guy came down, and I walked him across the street on a Saturday night.
What, Bone? What?
You hear about that?
No, I didn't.
I got someone back from a hotel.
There you go.
I'm supposedly in Key Largo. The story's going around here.
He sees friends of his, and he's like,
They're talking to T-Bone, a dog,
yeah.
the dog, a beautiful dog, very friendly dog that's licking its hindquarters right now. That's hanging under a table right there. But that's the way I roll sometimes. I am not the toughest guy in the world.
I
I'll tell you, you piss me
fight
off
my
though.
way out
I
of
get a
wet
lot
paper
tougher.
bag.
I do.
I'm more venomous with words than I ever could be with my
I know, for
fists.
some reason, people thought I was so.
No, if I decide it's time, I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm just going to hit you with.
No. When I showed up at that hotel, I had I had my bar rag on my belt and the shirt from the place I work, and they go, no, and that person gave up their information like I was like I showed an inspector's badge. They did.
Hey, because
I can't believe that they let. They gave me that information. Then
they don't like being defrauded either, man. I bet.
I know, but I mean, it was amazing. And they go, okay, you got it's like the girls did. You got to go and pay your bill.
When I was on the road, a bass player friend of mine, Brent, he would always, whenever we were doing a lot of the motel circuits and shit, so we'd be in the same motel for a week or two.
Oh God!
And we always made really good friends with the fucking girls. We treated them like gold, the housekeepers and stuff. And a lot of places that we played at, a lot that they looked forward to us. And so my buddy Brent, he would fucking come up with clever ways to leave him like, a $50 tip.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that stuff.
And so that was another reason why whenever we'd show up into these little towns, man, we always,
So it's a good,
it's a
good time.
Everybody's good into
What was
finding
the guy's name?
Brent.
Brent what?
Brent.
Let's toast him.
Here's
the
Brent.
from
Here's the
Canada,
Brent.
Winnipeg, Canada.
From Winnipeg, Canada. I had a friend, Tim Burke.
One
And,
of the
he
best
was-
cats I ever played with.
Tim Burke, I worked for a software company outside of Baltimore, and we were out on a
I know you were in sales.
I knew, you could tell. So we're out there, and I bartended, and I tipped, and I got to tell these salesmen, I said, you got to tip. You got to tip these people. And Tim goes, and Tim tipped like he was. I said, Tim, did you work in the business? Because Tim tipped like he was in the business. Because no, my sister did, and it always made her happy when she got a big tip. So I always want to make someone happy, so I give him a big tip. And I looked at the guy, and Tim, I'll tell you, he was kind of one of those guys that would do anything. He was kind of if you didn't know him, you'd think he was an asshole. But he says all they want to do is make them happy.
There you go.
And
Hell,
I said,
you
know what? There's no more righteous a sentiment than to say, I just want to make someone happy.
Actually, there's certain people. I read a thing about this, man, and I'm kind of like one of those people, man. I feel good when I make other people feel good. Like, it's like that's half of my job is entertaining people, making
All
people
my
happy.
job is entertainment.
And
You know what, Luke? You succeed in that many nights. I see it there. People love it. They're laughing, having a good time. You change a person's mood from sour to sweet almost all the time. I see it.
And we get people all the time, and Luke gets the same thing. I play with a few different genre styles bands, and we'll be playing for people that aren't really into what we're playing, but they hang around, they have a good time because we're entertaining.
You and Captain Josh,
We do.
you and the Keybillies.
I get afraid to talk
Yeah,
because
Sweetwater.
I've been
Sweetwater.
fucked with in the past for talking freely on the microphone. But when I do,
No.
I generally make friends.
It's a good time, yeah.
Luke, you know you got a supporter here, right?
yeah.
Now you know. Now you know, because I think that I still got to walk back that comment when I was talking about male performance. When I was talking about male performance, I was talking about sexual performance.
Oh, so I just speaking of male performance, man, I saw a study today that says Viagra can also help prevent colorectal cancer.
There you go.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
Yeah,
Horse-
it works. It works good in mice.
there.
So the little mice ain't getting
Mice
fucking
always
ass
get-
cancer right now.
Hey, cool.
so.
Okay. I'm willing to try it.
So mice need
I
to
don't
get erections.
Well,
Wait.
but it helps prevent ass cancer too.
There you go. I start chewing that stuff. I don't know if Sandy's going to be so happy with me. Hey, put that thing away.
Oh wow, I can see that. That is,
That's been 3 times you're chasing me
You
around.
know
Stop.
I think the three other things we have in common. We all have good women backing us up.
Fantastic wives.
Oh no, my wife hates me, man.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. Oh,
There's
God.
Luke.
I
I'm
still
just saying
laugh
that
like
very supportive.
I
How
still
about
But,
remember-
supportive?
but
She's supportive.
here's how cool I am though. So she's hanging out with my other guitar player Alex, and
Yeah,
Alex
they took a road trip down.
yeah,
Key
they went to
West.
Key West, you know, and she doesn't bother to tell me about it until.
Yeah, until you saw it on Facebook.
Actually, I didn't even see it on Facebook. Well, what time was it that she called? I thought she was. I
Probably
didn't
like
even know
9
she
o'clock
wasn't
in the
home.
morning.
No, it
You
was,
didn't know your wife wasn't home.
no, I was sleeping solid, man. Oh, I didn't notice until I got up to go to work that she wasn't
Well,
there.
okay.
I was like,
Well,
oh,
you know
far
what?
out.
I could
So I
kind of
figured-
be. You know what? I'm not going to be a hypocrite.
But
And
she
I know
hangs
the
out.
storyline
If
on that
Abby and
one.
if Abby and I didn't have a daughter, I could see like one day. Oh, well, she's not home. You know, no big deal because I don't. But we have a daughter. Someone's got to be home. You know,
And your
we have a
daughter
dog.
pretty
and we
much
have-
growed.
No, we got to be home. We got this weekend. Sky has my daughter has a synchronized swimming tournament up in. I'm trying to remember where it is. It's way up north.
Miami?
No, way up. It's overnight.
Vero Beach.
It's way up. Way,
Jacksonville.
way up. Not Jackson. Not that far. I think more
Vero
like
Beach.
I it's not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work. It's not.
Fort
gonna-
Pierce.
Yes. Where the fuck did you come up with that?
I
think
just
it's Fort
just started north and working south.
Fort Pierce, Fort Pierce, Stewart area
Yeah.
thing.
That's
think
not overnight.
that-
That's only 2.5 fucking hours.
okay.
Yeah,
It's further
man.
up, 4 hours.
Well, actually, Fort Pierce is about 3 hours.
Okay,
Vero Beach
wherever they're
about
going
3.5.
because they got
4 hours is
they got to
mid.
do. They got to do 2 days.
That's Palm Bay,
It's
Melbourne.
2 days.
4
Melbourne.
hours
It's 2
from
days.
here.
It's one day and another day.
Yeah, okay.
And it's this weekend. And I would love to go. I love seeing my daughter. You know what? This is where, as a bartender and getting older and stuff like that, that I did all that stuff that I needed to do before. You know, running around and stuff like that. Being monogamous now. You don't have to do it. When I wasn't, holy crap, I had to go and do that. I love going up and participating in my daughter's competitions. I
There
mean,
you
they
go.
had me doing writing scores down. I
Timekeeping.
write scores down for a synchronized swimming competition. Bunch of young girls doing this stuff. And very young girls. I mean, they're kids, and I'm going to sit in there. I'm having a good time. There's an older woman I like to call Madge. She seems to be like a retired
Madge the
CPO.
Madge.
Yeah. She's old. She's smoked like Pall Malls. Like I had. I just smoked 3 packs of Lucky Strikes.
Yeah, I know that
Yeah,
woman.
but the best line
know
of
that
it,
woman.
the
She
best
lives
line
next
at
door.
one of the competitions when they're right before they gave out the awards, she had about 200 kids in front of her. She goes, "Swimmers, calm down. Swimmers, calm down. We're going to be doing the awards in 25 minutes." An hour later, they do the thing. But imagine, she's one of these things that tell them, she'd break a little girl, like a 7, 8, 9-year-old girl's heart, and she'd cry. She goes, "You're doing it wrong. You're doing whatever you're doing wrong." And I'm going, but I go there, and I love it. And I'm the same way with any little kids. I love this stuff. What, you got a little sleepy
His
arm?
hands are numb. He got the same
What
problem
time,
I do.
What time we got going
we
on? here?
we got we're at 50 right now.
We're at 50? Oh, my God.
Yeah, no,
man.
his hands are numb, but that's a good thing because if your hands weren't numb, they'd hurt.
Well, it's
When your hands numb,
aggravating
if you
because
give
it's like-
yourself a handy
I can just
while
be
you have a,
sitting here.
a numb hand, it's like you're not jerking off.
No,
it's like
well,
someone's
here's-
jerking else is
here's-
jerking off. You ever do that?
But here's
You ever
the
hear that
deal,
one?
I've heard
man.
that.
You know
heard
how
that?
you know how you hit
Luke.
your elbow and you get that fucking
Yep.
thing. So I can just sit here and that'll happen
Oh, yeah.
without me even hitting my elbow
Really?
or anything. Yeah, that's
oh,
what
it,
just
it,
happened.
it,
just
it,
then.
it happens. Guitar players, it happens all the time.
Man, I swear, I wish I knew all the nuances of being a fitness instructor. I would get you two guys into great shape.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
telling you. Why not?
Been there, done that.
Look
I
at these
am-
guys going out. There's two guys heading out on a boat.
They're
And
going
it's
Heading out in
definitely a
choppy
small
water.
craft
Where are they
warning.
going to?
They're going to their boat.
Oh my God, man!
It's going to
That
be
is
it's
rough
going to be a little bit
shit.
bouncy. And they're going to get a little
It's
damp.
rough shit out
And
there.
it's going to be really hard to get on their fucking boat, man.
Yeah, we
Well,
got
it's-
what we got 25, 30 knot winds.
I mean, it's
20.
kicking, man.
20.
20. It's force 5.
I can always tell how my beard blows about. It's like
it's blowing pretty good.
Luke's got
the hillbilly's beard is
about
wet. Means it's
18 to
raining.
20 inches of beard hanging down.
There you go.
Yeah, he does. Well, listen, we're going to thank you for listening today. I'm going to sign off early. I'm going to let Luke go, and then Bill's going to finish off. This is Jim the Keys bartender coming from Blackwater Siren. Tomorrow we'll be from the Catch in Key Largo. Please join us there. Please listen. Please
Please come and visit.
Please download our
Jesus.
app. Please download our app. We're on Google for Android. And then next, I imagine in April, I'm going to be working on getting our app available on iOS for Apple. So we have that. Eventually, we are on Patreon, but we understand until we got a certain amount of listeners. You know, whatever. We're gonna get the listeners here, and there's T-Bone barking. I'm gonna turn it over. We're gonna go to Luke, and then and Bill's gonna sign off. Then thank you very much for listening. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:00 from
5
the
o'clock
Catch.
at the Catch.
Well, that's T-Bone's cue saying he has to go poop now. So me and T-Bone, we go poop now.
There you go. Go poop now. Thank you all so much for listening. We do appreciate all you hanging out with us. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with the Keys bartender, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow afternoon.